We keep getting flyers from folks supporting or opposing it. The concerns that I have,
from what I heard, is
nothing wrong with plastic bags.
Everybody used to take it back.
I mean, if
I have mixed feelings on it. I absolutely want to do anything that will help support environmental issues and environmental initiatives, but I'm also concerned additional taxes anywhere they come.
Well, protecting and saving our environment is a good thing, and we have to pay for it. It's not free.
It would cost me a lot of money. I can't afford to get that many, what do you call it, paper bags for the size of shopping I do. And I recycle the bags anyway.
I think sometimes guys have a harder time with it because it looks like a lady thing. My husband's going, I don't want to carry a bag, but you know, they'll get over it.
I've been on Social Security disability about 32 years, and I find it hard enough with the prices of food and having to pay extra for the bags. I just don't have the money for it. I know there's a lot of other people in my same position that really don't want to have to pay this extra for bags.
I think that it's good because we can get rid of the plastic bags in our environment. And it's always better because the bags can end up in the ocean and all that stuff. And I'm all for it.
20 cents is kind of a lot to start off. I think that it should be a progression, if anything, to have everyone kind of get used to that whole process. But I mean, ultimately, if you need it, then you're going to spend the money on it. So it's just one of those things where it's another thing for us to spend money on that we don't have much of a choice for.
I think it's a bad idea, and because nothing wrong with plastic bags. Been using them for years. So I think it's a really stupid, bad idea. I don't even know why they came up with it.
If the city is wanting to charge 20 cents a bag, but if they're reaping the benefit of less pollution, it seems like they ought to be able to, instead of charging 20 cents a bag, refund the customers about a nickel a bag, because there would be an increase in efficiency, less pollution, because there'd be less bags. So it makes sense to me that the city would benefit from that enough to be able to pay back the customers and reward them for using canvas.
I think that bringing your own bag is something we should have been doing a long time ago, and maybe some of the arguments about where the funds apply to and what they're used for, but in principle I think if it gets people, forcing people into being more responsible, then I'm all for it.
When you have your plastic bags right in front of you, they're easier than paper. You just open them up, there they are, you fill them up, maybe double bag, whatever the customer needs. I've been in retail for over 20 years, so they're majorly, as far as a check or a bag, they're majorly convenient.
It's a good thing, I think, that way people will start remembering to bring their own bags after a while, but for some people it's like ridiculous and like they complain about it, but I don't think it's all that big of a deal. It's like, what, like 20 cents a bag.
It's not a horrible, terrible thing to bring your own bags, and when you think about what's going on in the big swirl in the ocean of a whole bunch of bags, it's pretty disgusting, and it's pretty easy to just bring along your own, so I think it's acceptable to have a bag fee.
When you have somebody that brings in their own bags, you know, you have to pack them differently because they want to get everything in the couple bags that they bring in instead of just loading up our own bags. I like to keep them separate. I like to keep, you know, frozen food with frozen and you know, dried goods with the dried goods. So it's kind of a hassle in a way. A lot of people will forget and not give you the bags until after you already scanned most of the stuff and already started bagging it. So it's like, you know, oh, by the way, I put my bags on the bottom of the stuff.
I think it's a really good idea, especially if the city of Seattle gives away free bags to people that can't afford them.
People need to vote on it. They just need to decide. But it's a good idea that people know.